Today we get to share with you a story that 90% of the time is a bullshit story, but today it actually is real. Yay, real stories. Yeah, no, this doesn't happen very often. Okay, and here's the story. I don't know how many times we've had a wonderful Bourgogne Rouge show up to the house, into the store, and the importer or whatever is like, oh, it's 100% Von Romane. And you're like, what do you mean by that exactly? And they're like, oh, it's all Von Romane. Okay, well that's vague. Are you talking about Von Romane Premier Cru? Are you talking about Von Romane Village? Or are you talking about the Bourgogne grapes on the other side of the highway that are still in the village of Von Romane? Oh, well, I'll have to check, but it's all Von Romane. Whatever. And then like 70% of the time, it's like BS. And it ends up being just, some Bourgogne from the other side of the freeway in Von Romane, and it ends up being, maybe some came from the Côte Chalonnaise, and, whatever the hell, and you're like, okay, whatever, buddy, And today, we get to share with you a Bourgogne Rouge that really is from the village vineyards that they say it's from, right? Crazy stuff. This is legit. Jean-Michel Guillon. Jean-Michel came to 1980, whatever, came into Burgundy, set up shop in Gevrey-Chambertin. Him and his son Alexis farm beautiful, beautiful vineyards in Gevrey-Chambertin. They are, from what I hear, one of the top 3 or 4 purchasers of new oak in Burgundy. The whole cellar, from everything I've read and seen, gets 100% new oak. Now, their whole thing is like, we want the best, cleanest, clearest vessels to put this beautiful juice in. So why wouldn't we use new oak? And there's a lot of folks in the past that use new oak, Philippe Leclerc, René Leclerc, these guys, and with moderate degrees of success, because the problem with all new oak is once in a while you have tannin issues, because oak has tannin, wood has tannin. So if you put everything in 100% new oak, then it might be too tannic, or too structured, too chewy in the end, or too oaky. Not Guillaume. He works with very good barrel makers. He is an expert at utilizing oak in the production of his Burgundy wines. And in this case, you don't feel it at all. What you do feel is the fancy schmancy sheen of all that wonderful, beautiful new wood on the wine. So basically even the junior gear gets a luxe treatment, which in a lot of houses in Burgundy, there's usually a hierarchy of new oak. Like the Bourgogne Rouge, entry-level wines get either none or 10%, and then the Premier Village wines get 20 to 30, Premier Cru wines get 50%, then the Grand Crus a lot of times get 100% new oak. That's kind of like the standard breakdown regimen for a lot of Burgundy domains with regards to how they disperse new oak into the cellar. In this case, all fresh, kick-ass new wood all the time. And in this case, I'm glad he did it, because his Bourgogne Rouge, Bourgogne Pinot Noir, Terroir de Gevrey, is actually Gevrey. It's not from the other side of the road. It's not from down the street. It's not from Gevrey adjacent. This wine actually comes from 2 Gevrey village vineyards, La Platière and Grand Champ. Look them up. And so this is true, legit Gevrey-Chambertin declassified into Bourgogne Rouge. Not Bourgogne Rouge, that's from Bourgogne Rouge vineyards in the village of Gevrey-Chambertin. Yeah, huh? Yeah, that worked. That makes sense, right? Okay, cool. I'm still with you? You guys still with me? So, older vines, 100% Gevrey, delicious vintage. Guillaume had good mentors when he was getting into the business. Among them, like guys like Henri Jaillet, etc. Guys that he could, pick their brains. And his style of Burgundy is always, it's big. It's yummy. It has good color. It's fruit forward, juicy, generous, giving. I don't know if he uses whole cluster or not, probably or not, because he was working with Jaillet and Jaillet destemmed everything. So I imagine he destems everything. I do not know for sure, Burgundy nerds. But what I can tell you is this wine is joyful with a capital J. And it has this luxe Has this luxe sheen and polish on it. This is silky, velvety, yummy Burgundy, but from Gevrey Chambertin. So you get the minerality of the appellation. But Gevrey has it feels a bit rockier than Vosne. You know, Vosne is more cinnamon stick and velvet. Gevrey can be a touch firmer, but not aggressively so. The firmness is a noble structure to the wines that allows the wines to age, and that's why things like Chambertin and Chambertin Clos de Bez and these types of wines are so profound and great, because of this quiet, subtle underpinning structure in the wines that you feel a touch more than you feel from, say, a village like Vosne Romanée. But what it also gives you is the pedigree. This wine is like aces. It tastes expensive, as well as it should be, because the vines that it comes from, the wine could easily sell for $70 a bottle, $80 a bottle. I mean, it's Gevrey. It's not Bourgogne grown in Gevrey. It's Gevrey, simply declassified, because you can't classify up with grapes and villages and Premier Cru and Grand Cru, but you can classify down. And fact of the matter is, maybe Guillon makes too much, Village Gevrey, right? So maybe he just has to take some of it and drop it into a Bourgogne Pinot Noir. I honestly don't know, because the wine sure tastes like Gevrey. Yeah, this is crazy stuff. I love it when a plant comes together. I love it when something is actually like this. This is beautiful gear. It's very perfumey today. It's got a little bit of that sandalwood, because of course you're going to get that with the new oak regimen. The oak he uses is beautiful wood. No oak tannin. It's not aggressive. Very slinky. Man, this stuff's filthy good. Dude, $30. A lot of Bourgogne Rouge, that's $35 like the cost to us, and then we sell it for like 40 or 45. This is 30 bones for legit declassified Gevrey Chambertin. I am fired up. Thank you, Jean-Michel and Alexis Guillon. You have made my day, and they will make your day too. There's only 20 some odd cases, so there isn't a lot. So click down below. Oh, by the way, like us and stuff, right? Is that what's that? Okay, like us, because we're likable, right?